Before you leave, don't forget that.
Are we live, Julian?
Keep it.
Okay, good. Do we need to start a meeting? Resume. All right, so do we have any other, updates on the, properties?
Well, I did go ahead and issue that building permit for the Gary Smith property. After having a conversation with them, it's better for the town to him to have that building built, so he can put all of his belongings inside that building, instead of on the property itself, while he's rehabbing the existing building that's already there. That'll allow him to complete the exterior and interior remodeling. It's, they poured the concrete to pave that structure, so the building's just right there up the street. We're making very good progress on that, feeling right about every day, it's coming along. I spoke with Terry Smith directly yesterday. He's out there working, he's been out there almost every day working. He's doing work himself, and he's making progress. I explained to Mike earlier that the Selly property, I did speak with Ryan Washburn, he is handling the contract for the sale of all that property north of the BP gas station that Selly owns. It's not complete yet, but it is in the process. So I guess the gentleman's buying on the contract, and a lot of people put in that, I guess, so we'll see. He'll be the one that picks up the violations once that sale is complete. I guess we're gonna force them. I did inspect out there, they're still blocking the hydrant, north of the restaurant. So we need to get the backhoe out there and just push that, whatever that structure is, like, get some metal they have out there. It's blocking the hydrant, so we have a fire out there.
What is it?
North of the old restaurant, so it was right behind there.
Right, what's it blocking it?
There's a big piece of metal, it's a round piece of metal that's blocking, it's completely blocking the hydrant.
Is it north of the old restaurant?
Yes.
So there's one behind the old restaurant. I just wanted to check. There's nothing there. So
I went there Friday, inspected it again, and it's still there.
I didn't know there was one north there. I got the one right by it.
It's hard to see the hydrant. If you look closely, it's buried behind that and it's in grass. But you have to be able to access that hydrant, you have fire up the well, or.
No.
Yeah, one down. Not too far away.
Yeah.
We had to.
I did have a conversation with Ethan Grigsby on the Grigsby properties. He's going to grant me access to inspect all 4 of his properties. See if the buildings are structurally sound and need to come down or not. He's supposed to call me next week. I think that's, we spoke at our earlier meeting, Becky, about Gary Schultz. He did not pick up the certified letter again, so I'm going to hand deliver that. I'll give you a copy of the generic forms from the county on the, how we find the last meeting. I'm trying to figure out the best way to address the fines that he's going to be given, how to do it start to finish, keep track of what day we started finding him, how we initiate those fines to him, and how we record them, because take questions, right? I thought I did, if I did, I'll email with you. I don't know how to change the verbiage to make it legal. For the town, the county to the county, I want to make sure you do that, so it's done right.
Okay,
So I'll email those to you.
okay, perfect. So on Schulte's, I know we've been talking about this property for quite some time, and I know the town has made numerous efforts to try to have this conversation with him, and it's not, now you're transmitting stuff, he's not getting certified now. So do you want to continue trying this way, or do you want me to just go ahead and file a nuisance lawsuit?
I think it's time to apply.
Nuisance lawsuit. mean, I've had conversations, I've had hand-delivered letters after he does not pick up the certifieds, so it's probably gonna be better to go through the legal process.
Whatever happened with this uptown one that we were after forever? Did he get that fixed and done and up to code?
Who shut down?
Sakara?
Security, yes, that building is, the exterior of that building is fixed. I spoke with Alex Gerflinger, Monday, asked him if he was still, employed by, Randy. And he said that he's no longer working for him, he finished that project, it's done. He had tried to give him some recommendations for people to kind of fix the interior. Judy had said that somebody was there this week,
That's great.
doing some cleaning. He did try to hire Alex to do rehab on the front side of the building to make it more presentable in front.
Yeah.
He's having a hard time finding somebody to do that project, is what Alex told me. The reason might be, Alex told me it's hard to get paid once you do the job. You wait a long time to get money. So he's having a hard time finding a contract to do that. So I think I need to have a conversation with him again, because every time I have a conversation, it normally works, get some things done. But the leaks on the roof are fixed, the water's no water, infiltrating the building now. There shouldn't be any worms getting in there. Alex fixed all those problems on the exterior,
Okay, on both buildings or
Yes.
just one?
on both buildings. But that's as far as he's going, he's done. So if we want something done on the interior, which I'm not sure we really can, because there's nothing structural that's gonna, he's fixed all this stuff, it was a nuisance.
Correct.
So now it's just, the front of the building does need to be brought back to some kind of, if there needs a problem up front. But it's the top part, you guys won't push that, I can push it.
Well, I'd say let's push it and get it done. I mean, we've gone this far.
Okay.
The front maybe.
I will reach out to him. And talk about the front of the building.
And then, where are we on Stanley Brookwood?
That lawsuit was filed, he's been served, and the, time is accumulating for him to file a response.
What's the deadline on
I'm not sure, I'll look that up and send that out.
that? Okay. And then what about, did you and Cody come up with anything on the, Graham Street property?
You know what, we have not yet, I'll make a note to talk to you about that.
Okay, I think that's the list, isn't it? Unless I missed something.
This, we have this lot still.
Oh, yeah, with,
Barb, did you,
So the-
or I forget what.
So the weeds have been taken care of.
Yeah.
We talked last time, we wanted to have that big chunk of concrete removed.
Yep.
And then some filled dirt or sand lines and all that property, so it's more appealing to the eye, plus
Yeah.
it's safer for people to get in that area, play in that area. I will contact him again. Last time I contacted him, I made a pretty good,
Because I did drive by the other day, I was down there. but-
it looks better.
It looks better, but the weeds are coming back, so that's what made me just.
So he's hired,
Eric.
Eric to do all that work, it's a little bit of weeding, taking care of the grass and the weeds. If you notice, he's got a hand for that, we'll stay on it, but I think it needs to be brought in some dirt in that.
Yep.
Concrete really, so, I'll talk to him about that as well.
Perfect, thank you. Only had the vehicles removed from, one, right? And you're getting quotes to get that cleaned up a little bit down there on,
Yeah,
Allen Street.
And you're gonna go in and like pulse all those branches.
I'm gonna have Chris Wilson give a quote with his machine, to cut the branches, and then also to do the driveway as far back as the gravel goes. And then we'll bring some grindings in.
We'll probably have to get in there with our guys and provide those and move some of
the random stuff that's still there. that
Yep.
doesn't put it out.
Yeah, gotta move it over to this property line or whatever, yes, maybe.
I saw someone down
Did
the
we
other
take this
day
one off our list?
working on something.
Yes, he's made
There's a
necessary-
boat, there's a
Okay.
basketball hoop.
I thought so.
I think
This guy's gonna
Jamie's
get,
on that contact with
Maybe
him.
that's why they were-
Yeah,
Those are all over the
We take
weekend.
him off.
Are they working on this one? Have you been by this one? I know someone just bought it, and
That's the
they're
one
giving
that
some
you
time.
said that, Pitts lot?
Oh,
There was
Yeah.
someone down there we didn't.
I'm so sorry. Yes, I got a response I got a phone call from a new purchaser of a property, and we talked about this.
Yes.
Because we talked about the fact that they had a little bit of time already, and so we wanted to go ahead and still send them a letter. So I did that, and they responded by first, their realtor called and said, you know, these are the kind of people that you want in your community. They're gonna clean this property up. And it was kind of like, oh, that's really nice, but they're not actually doing it. And then it's a husband and wife, I think, and so, but it's only in one of their names. And so, I think only in her name. So he called my office and left a message stating that they have several properties in line in front of this one, so they'll get to this one. Basically, they'll get to it.
Oh, great.
They'll get to it when they'll get to it.
I mean, those are my words, not their words, but basically that they have several properties in line ahead of this.
Yeah, so that's not our problem.
Well, that was kind of what I expected your response to be.
Is this townhouse steps that we're talking
Yes,
about?
yes, 112 West Allen Street.
So our response to that is, okay, that's fine, as long as you get it done by the date.
Whenever.
Do we already tell them the things that we want them to get done? I mean, they have specifics.
I need to take a look at the language.
Have they done anything to it?
There was someone there meeting.
Just cleaning up the outside?
Yeah. And I kind of looked after, since it was just yesterday.
Are you starting to say unpredictable?
No, I'm not. I imagined that your response would probably be similar to what I think mine would be to your shoes. Yes, so the letter was sent to them on June 25th. The deadline that was contained in that letter was July 15th.
Did we tell them what we want them to do? Or-
No, it just said that, it said the building is dilapidated, harbors rodents or other animals, and adversely affects the health, well-being, and property values of neighboring properties. And that it needs to be brought into compliance with all sections of the county's code.
And that was to the new owners
By the 15th.
of, sorry,
That's July.
okay. So it's past, already.
So then what's our next step?
They've not reached out.
They reached out through my office.
Is that undetermined timeframe we're still doing?
Maybe that's fine, as long as they get it done by August 15th. Give them three months. Yep.
Donahue's got theirs cleaned up, right?
We're working still.
What did we decide on Gavelon? We can't really do
We
much.
can't do much there.
You
Yeah,
can
so,
go-
and then we were gonna check. Oh yeah, the Ash Bar Kickball, the abandoned windmill, that's a county thing, right?
Why is that an accounting thing? Because of the windmills? Because the government windmills or what?
I think we determined that that falls under the county's jurisdiction.
I think we determined that that was wrong.
I don't remember.
Like we're incorporated on the east side of 41, south of 24 over to Airport Road. and now Airport.
And was Jamie sending Coyle something, or did he send an email about that? Did I see that?
That actually.
Oh, I know. Well, there's more windows broke out in the back too. I thought I seen something about that.
I Jamie said he sent it to him and he was supposed to have started repairs like May 14th.
Well, I called him one day and he thought I was the
something.
window guy, so he did call someone, because I wasn't the window guy. But yeah. Aside from that one, what about this Jesse? What we start on here? Cars crossing the good table.
Oh,
Kevin Pittsburgh, she's still there. This one's done. So he just needs one facade fix really, right? Secure, because that one's probably pretty good. The windows and stuff on it. Oh, did we do anything about the sign?
No, we were waiting, we're gonna get to the ordinance.
Oh, okay. That place got fixed up.
Yeah, but it looks like the same name, it said July of 24, so. But the last name is the same.
Last thing I have on appointments was seeking repairs on windows, fines $100 per day, mid date of 4/6/2025.
No, maybe not.
so it sounds like you're saying that consultants have maybe some like to look at walls. Because not really they come through Jane,
He's hard to get anything done with, I can tell you that.
so let's just push him.
Did you contact them? Is it the address?
No, I didn't contact them.
I think
I
he's
was
along
trying to
lines,
make sure
I'm
I
gonna
didn't-
do something, and short on doing something.
Yeah.
Push him over there. They said they're
So
selling.
this is the owner of this property.
I mean,
Right.
He's been saying he's gonna open something.
Yeah.
we'll have one,
Until July.
5 years.
Yeah, or something.
It's been a long time since that place was in operation.
The property that you were just talking about, I'm gonna need to get those details from you. I think I just overheard you say that you want me to do something, but I was still trying to answer the previous one. Haven't caught up to you yet, sorry.
Let's have a separate conversation.
The sidebar.
Okay, I'm sorry, I misspoke earlier when I said that that one was the county. That one is not the county, it's right to the south of that becomes the county. So on that one, what we actually talked about doing, I think, was focusing on there's an ordinance we're gonna use to apply to that. So let me put a note on here to follow up on that and see. I don't show that I sent anything out on that.
No, you haven't,
Okay.
because you're gonna look it up.
Yeah, I think you found an ordinance though, you were telling us about.
Yes.
I forget what
I feel
one
like
it
we
was.
talked about.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so you're caught up on that one.
I am
All
caught
right,
up.
then we're gonna move to Plunkett.
Is that what you were talking about, coils?
Yes.
I'm not sure what Rich was changing over there inside the windows.
The windows, and then he was gonna have me clean out the dock, but the dock is not getting cleaned out because he flooded these past bills, so I'm sure he will the dock cleaned out.
Absolutely, and he did something to stop the cats from going in the
Yep.
thing, but that was a short-term fix.
The windows.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble finding my one on. Okay.
It's Lake,
Like.
Lake
Right.
County Trust, yeah.
Got it now. And you want me to send them a letter?
Yeah, you might wanna check with Jamie, or we can have Jamie reach out. I don't know where he's at with that.
He talked to Plum.
I thought I
He
seen
said
an
he got
email.
he said he got the thing plugged up where the cats were going in, but he hadn't done anything else with the windows, and the loading dock is no longer being maintained, so it's unsafe. Is that it?
I think it's all. We didn't add any new ones yet, right, but we're about ready to,
Yeah, we're about ready to, but
please finish it up.
let's make a statement, and then maybe it'll be easy to make a second statement.
Yep. Where do we stop on ordinance?
Stop.
Page 61, zoning regulations, I think was, 56. Oh, five.
Before we do that.
Yep.
Becky, with this in hand,
Yes.
can I call Dill and say anything or not?
I wonder if it would be better to have some of your questions answered as far as, the financing options first, but I don't know that, I don't know that there's any harm in it, though.
Right. Oh, wait, I mean, waited this long, so we can have that financing conversation and then,
Yes, and I confirmed that for the date we discussed.
right, I think the 29th.
I thought it was the 31st. I misunderstand.
I'm not in front of my computer, so
Okay,
it's not on my phone. All right, I'll check the date though. But thank
I
you.
took notes during that call and then had it saved up and my computer restarted, so I had to do that from memory. So it's possible that I got it wrong when I said it for the 31st, and you want me to contact and change it to the 29th, I can do that.
No, just, I'll just look, because I was going from memory too. I know there were 2 dates there, so anyway. But, what we're referring to is financing options on.
Oh, Dill's.
On Dill's property.
Okay.
So at least have that in hand when I talk to him, say, hey, we got it all ready to go.
Still, is he still
Still on
still on
board.
the handshake deal right now?
Yep, still a handshake. But we couldn't do anything until we had the survey. to know
Right.
what the- All right. Now we go to subdivisions, right? Yeah, did you say where we are, 150?
You're on page 61 of zoning
Oh,
regulations.
did we do subdivisions already?
Yes. I believe it's
Got
156. Oh, 5
That's the one that's really hard to go through.
Right, but also important because it has some that have been updated.
Yes.
Hmm.
And that's right, you said we were on 156, what?
About 050.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody interpret this for me.
So if you're looking at 156.050, essentially these are gonna be that were sort of grandfathered in. They were non-conforming based on this language, but they existed prior to the adoption of this language.
That's basically, the next one just says about changing it. Change it.
Pretty much they changed the exceed more than percentage of the compliance with the new ordinances.
10%.
Right, so 10%, right, okay.
I don't see any problem with that. Didn't we agree that the zoning inspector would be following my position?
So is this applies right now to the zoning laws, or zoning with the solar, for instance? It says here, is further the intent of this chapter that the duties of the town board in connection with this chapter shall not include hearing and deciding questions of interpretation and enforcement that may arise. The procedure for deciding these questions shall be as stated in this chapter. Under this, the town council shall only have the duty of considering and adopting or rejecting proposed amendments or the repeal of this chapter as provided by law. So, when I read that, it's like the zoning board makes the decision as to whether that's a good interpretation or ahead with it. And the only thing that the town board says is that any amendment to the zoning law is, the zoning ruling is.
I think that what you're talking about is applying this to a previously submitted RDD petition. And that RDD zoning ordinance, which was adopted after this, has that language about the plan commission. And it was in that agreement that was entered into by the previous members of the town council at that time, that would come back to the town board for final approval. So I think that the language in the ordinance is general language as it applies generally, but I think that you're looking at a specific situation where it was decided that a different, and it was agreed upon by all of the parties involved at that time, that a different procedure is going to be used consistent in terms of that particular zoning classification. But this is really about questions of interpretation and enforcement with regard to your PCA, whereas what you're talking about is a rezoning matter by your plan commission.
So in the solar thing, they're not talking about a rezone.
It is a rezone, so that's a plan commission issue, rather than a PCA issue. This ordinance is about PCA issues.
Oh, 713, when that says. Oh, 71, so I don't know if I said 071. 3. Yeah. Is that suggesting that they have the ability, the zoning board to do their section, or to make the recommendation to us?
That the DCA system.
Okay.
And they can impose conditions.
Okay.
guys are gonna call a stop for today and finish the rest of this stuff. I think we can finish the rest of this next meeting.
Well, what are we finishing here?
This is the last ordinance, because the rest isn't just special table of contents.
Yeah, but where are we ending here?
I'd say I'm on 64 on
64, and then appeals and variances we can start with.
everything between where we started and where we're at now is good.
I was good.
Which one are you on?
Page 64 would be 156.085. We can finish this up. We get on the next meeting. I think we're through, right?
Okay, so we're not suggesting any changes.
I didn't see anything. Did you see anything, Mike?
No, I was just trying to understand.
Yeah.
You better take it home and read it again.
Yeah, right.
About 8 times.
I don't really think there's gonna be much changing in this chapter, but self-explanatory, but. Okay.
Okay.
Motion for adjournment? Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, perfect. I'll have that, ready, and we should be able to have that for you tomorrow. Are ready to serve it as early as tomorrow.
Should be there all day long. One meeting going to.
Then Becky, I think we covered what we were covered on.